Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Command, and we have the top four match for the June tournament. We've got the semifinals here between Derek and Bacon. I don't actually have the other top four game log, so if you guys want me to put that up on the channel, please make sure to upload it to the Dropbox or DM it to me. But we do get to see this match between Derek and Bacon, which I'm excited about because we've got some really cool lists here. So let's see, talking about the lists, we've got, again, this was a 14 player tournament. This is our final tournament for season 9 before we go into the season 10 playtesting league, where we pause tournaments for 2 months. And we've got Bacon, who is playing Vader, which is awesome because he actually went 3-0 with this list in our Swiss rounds, including beating Herbie's double ATST list, which we saw in round 1. Did a lot of work and was very powerful. So managed to defeat that list. Also beat Kyle's Jedi list. Kyle made it into the top 4 as well. So he's 3-0. And he's playing against Derek. And Bacon was actually first seed, so had the best strength of schedule as well as being 3-0. There's one other 3-0 player, which was Alex, aka Destruct1, who was playing against Kyle in the other semifinals game. And Bacon got paired up against Derek. Thanks to the seedings, Derek was in 4th place after the final standings. And Derek is playing a list that is kind of an old standby for him. This is a list he's been playing since Season 5. In fact, I think even Season 4 until Afra came around. And I actually remember he was trying out Fennec in this list over Afra, I believe. I believe he had cut Afra and downgraded the Jawa to maybe a regular Jawa, but I don't know if that was, because then that would change his Rebel package, so not too sure about that. But I remember he was playing Fennec, and it looks like we're back to the original recipe. We've got Afra, Onar, Mando, and IG-11 with Clan of 2 on IG-11 to bring the child along. And for Bacon's list, we've got Darth Vader with Driven by Hatred. So this is the attachment that was released in Heart of the Empire. This is Vader's original, very bad after about 2 releases, other than the core set. So got a nice update here, and we can actually toggle it in Vassal, so you can see what he looks like with the attachment applied, with the -5 points and all the extra abilities applied there. Really cool. So he's got Vader. We're also bringing Fifth Brother. So great to see Fifth Brother. I remember there was some doubts about Fifth Brother during Season 9 testing and in the early competitive season, but it looks like Bacon was able to take him to 3-0. And Fifth Brother goes really well with Vader with his Sith Acolyte ability to search the deck for Force User and Brawler trait cards, especially things like Force for Dark Energy, looking for a fight, and of course Parting Blow, which are important combo pieces that make Vader work and increase his offensive efficiency. He's also got Second Sister, so Fifth Brother and Second Sister together. Love to see that. Very good card, able to redraw those 1-point Force User cards, so a lot of command card synergy here. And then to round it out, we've got an Elite Officer, which is unchanged for this tournament. They did get changed going into Season 10 with that Cower being removed, as well as Executive Officer only being able to target Imperial figures, although that won't matter in this game, but we're going to see them with that Cower ability. And then Thrawn rounding out the list here. The original Thrawn can discard the top card of the opponent's deck each time he activates and gives out increasing number of power tokens each round. So we are playing on Triple Cross on the Coruscant back alleys here for the semifinals. This is the mission where we've got the gangsters here. The gangster tokens, we've got 3. We've got 1 in the middle and then 1 close to each player's deployment zone. They have 6 health and 2 blocks as their defense. You can attack them and you can treat their neutral figures, but you can target them as if they're hostile figures. And if you kill one, you get, I believe it's 2 VPs. And then at the end of each round, you roll a blue die and you deploy a new gangster to one of these spaces here, depending on the accuracy on the blue die. Alright, so I just got through about 2 rounds of commentary before realizing my mic wasn't picking anything up anymore for some reason. So Let's try again. I know it's going to happen now, sadly, but we're going to get through this. All right, so Bacon has initiative here, but he has 6 activations to Derek's 8. So Bacon going to be able to pass. Put this, check. All right. So Bacon's going to be able to pass twice here to Derek's team. 3PO going to start off, going to focus up Mando. Thrawn going to activate. I'm going to check his top card with Strategize. And I'm going to be able to look at the top of Derek's command deck. Discards Planning. Now that's a big one, because Derek was actually going to draw that card next with R2. And if he had been able to play Planning, he would have then been able to excavate it next turn. Now he still gets excavated this turn. It gives him an excavate target, but would have been a lot of command cards for Derek to get with excavate and Planning on round 2. All right, and Thrawn giving a block token to Vader and going to attack the gangster for 2 damage. Now, I talked about this without anybody hearing me, but it's always interesting to see how people play this mission with the gangsters. It's like, do you go for the middle gangster or not? Because the gangsters are worth 3 points each. So that's a lot if you can get 2 out of the 3, 6 versus 3 points. The problem is they're pretty beefy with 6 health and 2 block. And if you can't take them out in 1 activation, you're probably just helping your opponent kill it, the middle one, if you go for the middle one too early. So it looks like Bacon's deciding he doesn't want to commit. I mean, I think his biggest attackers are melee, and he'd have to put them in harm's way to get to that middle gangster. He has ranged attackers, but they're just not going to be able to take out the gangster in 1 shot. So Bacon is going to let Derek take the crack at it and probably just hope that Derek whiffs on his attack. And then if he does, then Bacon can send somebody else in to try and finish it off. But for now, he's going to start working on this gangster closest to his deployment zone that is much harder for Derek to attack. All right, so, and also I want to comment, I love the block token on Vader. I think that Vader used to be kind of the paragon of unkillability in Imperial Assault. But with IACP, there's so many more good attackers than there used to be. Like, the attackers aren't any better than the best attackers used to be, but you just didn't have enough good attackers to fill out a list in the old days. So Vader kind of takes a lot more damage than he used to, but I found when I play him that 1 block or 2 block tokens really helps his survivability in combination with Zillow Technique and some other defensive cards if you play them. So, giving the block token to Vader. So now we're back to Derek. So Derek is going to go right for the gangster now that he's focused up Mando. And that Disruptor Rifle ability does apply to his gangster. So he only needs to deal 5 damage to the gangster to take it out. But he gets a natural, he does 6 damage on the dice, doesn't even need the Disruptor Rifle ability with the focus. And I'm going to end his activation right there on the terminal. All right, 5th Brother activating. Going to use that Sith Acolyte ability to grab a command card. I'm going to get Force Surge, so that is a nice one. Kind of tells me that he probably already has Parting Blow and part of the Parting Blow combo in hand, since he's getting the Surge. And I don't know if he actually runs it. I haven't checked his list. But also going to get a block token with the Vigor ability. Vigor, though, really good for allowing 5th Brother to use that Sith Acolyte ability when he is deep in combat, and he just needs 1 or 2 movement points to still be able to attack and have that second action available for Sith Acolyte. So R2 going to activate, going to draw a card for Derek from the terminal. We've got the regular officer moving Vader 2 spaces up, and going to stand there. Okay, we've got the Elite Jawa moving all the way to the far left door for Derek in case he needs to open that. It looks like we've got another pass from Bacon. So now Afra going to activate. Going to move over to stand by R2 and 3PO. Although she's not adjacent to 3PO, there is a wall between them. She doesn't get the distracting. And here comes Second Sister, going to force leap for that 6 movement and get the melee attack off on the gangster. And with the bonus surge, she is doing 4 damage through the 2 blocks. So going to get the kill on the gangster and gets Bacon 3 VPs. So let's move this back to where we can see it. Okay, and now Onar going to just move forward. Oh no, that was Gideon. Gideon focused Onar. Let's see, where was Onar? Oh yeah, there he was. So focused Onar and then moved Onar to space with that order ability. And now the elite officer going to move Vader just 2 spaces up next to the terminal behind that blocking terrain. Okay, and let's see, did Vader do anything? Onar activates. Oh, Onar going to go for the gangster here. Get that dice sound going. There we go. Okay, and that is definitely a dead gangster. So 6 VPs for Derek. And Vader, not going to do anything, it looks like. Can't get line of sight to Mando, I guess. Let's see, 1, 2... No, he'd have to be... Yeah, Vader'd have to get like all the way here to get line of sight to Mando, to get a force choke off, I mean. So not able to do that. So Vader just going to hang tight, and it makes sense because Derek's going to have initiative going into round 2. So Bacon not wanting to give that, he wants to have that last first with Vader, or at least like end of round attack with Driven by Hatred, and then start of round with initiative, attack with Vader, parting blow combo to do a bunch of damage and kill a bunch of stuff, without giving the opponent the chance to lay into Vader before he can do that. And then, of course, he can then use, he's got Unshakable in his list, and he can use the Elite Officer to give Vader another attack after that. So, kind of like a mini Palpatine. This is kind of like a mini Vader Palp Thrawn, but with Elite Officer instead of Palpatine. And there's trade-offs to running Elite Officer instead of Palpatine. Like, yes, you get the free attack for 4 points, but you lose out on stuff like Tempt and Lightning and all that good stuff that Palp brings, and the 13 health. Oh, okay, so we've got a little card hiding back here. We've got Field Tactician being played by the Child to give a free move action to IG-11, and that is going to allow IG-11 to move all the way where he can get line of sight to Fifth Brother, which is just kind of standing out here. Normally pretty safe spot to stand if you're defending against attacks from here, but yeah, if the opponent can get all the way over here, that is not safe. And going to be attacking Fifth Brother with Rapid Fire. Oh, and he has Guild Programming, his unique command card, so the 2 attacks are going to be focused. Very powerful command card. So this is going to be bad for Fifth Brother. Let's see. Fifth Brother has 14 health. Going to spend that block power token. And going to do 7 damage here on the first attack. Has the range on the dice. Second attack. Yep, it's range 9, but he's got the range with all the blues and the greens and the focus. Plus a reroll, so... actually, does he have range? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he has range. Okay. Looks like Bacon's discarding Escalating Hostility for Zillow Technique, but right now he is taking 9 damage, I believe. No, 8 damage, so he would still take 7 and still die because he has 14 health. Yeah, okay, yep, taking it back. So 9 discard to Zillow. And then IG able to move back slightly to safety, where Vader cannot force choke him. Fifth Brother goes down. And Derek is up 14-3. Now has 2 gangster kills plus a sizable figure kill at the end of the first round here. This is going to be rough for Bacon. Going to have to do a lot of work with Vader to clean up and kill at least Mando and IG, or IG and Onar or something like that. Not actually, Vader doesn't actually really like attacking Onar because that Pierce 3 does kind of nothing against Onar. Health is kind of the ultimate counter to Pierce, since you can't pierce extra health. Ooh, okay, and it looks like Field Tactician is going to get excavated by Afra. And Derek's going to keep the initiative, so this is going to be a huge end of round, start of round punch. Going to activate IG-11. And he's going to go for Thrawn. IG-11 is out here hunting for Thrawn. Going to go for the rapid fire here. Thrawn takes 6 damage. Yeah, I think it's... this is looking bad. I don't know if Thrawn will be able to survive this one. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty bad roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Range 7. He doesn't have accuracy on the dice, so he can't use both of his surges. But he does have a reroll, so let's see what he gets. Oh, there, now he has the accuracy. Okay, so that's 3 plus 2 is 5. Pierce 1, so he'd be doing 3 damage, Pierce 1. Thrawn has 9 health, so Bacon can actually save Thrawn with Zillow if Derek doesn't have any other modifiers. Yep, okay, so he's going to discard Escalating Hostility. The first copy. Of course, the more escalating hostilities you have in the discard pile, the stronger the subsequent copies get. So it's a great combo with Zillow Technique. And then going to exhaust Zillow Technique to stop the Pierce 1 from IG-11. And so it's going to do 2 damage to Thrawn. And looks like no follow-up. So Child is going to activate, going to move IG-11 back to safety. Oof, that was rough. All of that hurts. But at least Bacon gets to activate with Thrawn here, so he does get another crack at Strategize and Long Laid Plans. He could actually just move Thrawn back to the deployment zone and just have him sit there and generate value with his abilities. Normally Thrawn's great because he has a good attack, but this is kind of a gift that Bacon's been given here. Also, I just noticed the gangster spawned in down here and did 2 damage to this officer. That's a good reminder that gangsters are dangerous and they can spawn in anywhere and they can deal 2 damage to anything that's close to them when they spawn in. So, needs to be careful with Thrawn, especially if he leaves him out where a gangster can get him. Okay, so Thrawn going to give another block token to Vader. He should be able to give another token to somebody else since it's round 2. Discards Urgency with Strategize. I don't know what the second token was. I don't see a second token. But it looks like he is going to go for the attack on the gangster. Going to do 3 damage. And, he's going to put him there. He needs to put... If he's going to have Thrawn there, 1, 2, 3... He's going to have to put somebody either here or here to protect against the other gangsters spawning and killing Thrawn next round. Otherwise, if he rolls a 5 on the blue die, Thrawn will just die. So, okay, 3PO going to focus Onar. Also, I should mention that this is not super safe because the Jawa can open this door and then later on open this door, or the Jawa can come down here, open this door, next round open this door, and completely expose Bacon's flank and his support figures and clean them up that way. So this is a risky position with Thrawn there. Okay, gonna pass from Bacon. Gideon going to do some round the corner line of sight and focus up Mando and push Mando 2 spaces. Okay, we've got a regular officer. I'm gonna move Second Sister out into the open. A little bit exposed there. She was very safe back here behind this wall. Interesting to see her come out like that. Maybe trying to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess he's trying to set up an attack on IG-11 because she can, from where she was, she can only get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or here. So she couldn't quite get to IG-11, but she's going to eat a big attack here from focused Mando, who, again, only needs to deal 9 damage to her to kill her because of the disruptor rifle. All right, yeah, here we go. Derek's going to take the shot. Going to use Element of Surprise to remove her defense dice. I think this is right about where I realized my odd. So we're back. Now I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, does 6 damage. So Second Sister survives. So we're going to be able to activate Second Sister now before she gets killed by something like Onar with To the Limit or Afra or something like that. But he's going to go with Vader first. It's interesting you go with Vader instead of activating Second Sister. Vader going to force choke Mando. But now Vader is exposed as well. But it looks like the Jawa's going to activate for Derek, so Derek just kind of passing. Not going to try and finish off Second Sister before she activates. Second Sister going to activate here, and now instead of going for IG-11, she's going for the attack on Mando. Maybe that was the plan all along, you know, maybe lure Mando out. Mando is definitely probably the easiest figure to kill, I guess, because IG-11 has +1 block built in, whereas Mando just has those block tokens that expire after 2 uses, so... or fall off, I guess was the... Alright, Mando, gonna spend the block token. Not a great roll for Second Sister there, unfortunately. Usually you like to see at least 1 surge on the 2 dice to go with her bonus surge. So she is gonna do 2 damage here. Gonna use Escalating Hostility for 2 strain. Derek discards tools for the job to prevent 1 and then takes the other strain as damage. Now I'm going to use Force Surge that 5th got before he died to do 2 damage. I believe it's 2 damage and 1 strain. Oh, there it is. So Derek takes the strain as damage. And now Owner's going to activate, going to use Rush to deal 1 damage to Second Sister and himself. And then, there it is. Going to use To the Limit to get another 3rd action off of the Rush special action. And because Onar is immune, he doesn't take the stun from To the Limit, so complete to that. And that is definitely going to kill Second Sister. Does she roll a white or black? Oh, she does roll black, yeah, okay. So Second Sister goes down. Derek now up 19-3. And now I've got the Elite Officer. Gonna give an attack to Thrawn on that gangster. If he doesn't kill that gangster, it's gonna kill Thrawn. Gonna attack the gangster. Does he get it? It does have Surge for +2. I think he got it. This officer can surge for +2 damage. Yep, checking the surges. Gets the gangster. But again, if another gangster spawns here, Thrawn is dead. Okay, Bacon gets to 6 off of now 2 gangster kills of his own. Dr. Afro, not going to do anything, just going to move up and stand on the terminal next to 3PO. And now initiative is going to go to Bacon, and hopefully he has a negation to keep it so he can do something with Vader. But again, he put Vader in a spot where he just doesn't have any, he can't attack. He can only force choke with that end of round. So, going to draw for turn. All right, 3. Where's that? Oh, right here. Okay, can't hurt anybody there. So Thrawn going to live. I believe, let's see, who moves the gangster? Then each player moves one different gangster up to 3 spaces. So the player that has initiative currently is Derek. So Derek gets to move the gangster, moved it up towards his figures. And then, so now we're going to see Driven by Hatred played here to give a force choke. Force chokes on Onar, so 3 damage to Onar there. Which, I mean, you probably get about as much damage from an attack, I guess. I think a Vader red with +1. Well, I guess red with +1 damage, you can do about, with a reroll too, you do about 4 to 5 damage to no defense, especially. Let's see. So initiative goes back to Bacon. Derek's going to excavate the element of surprise with Afra. And let's see what he's going to do. Oh, going to activate Vader. So nice. Bacon gets to keep initiative. So Vader going to come around. Going to... Oof, is this going to be a force choke to the limit? Oh, Derek discards take initiative to the force choke. Interesting. Interesting that he's force choking and not just attacking, because he didn't have to the limit there. Vader's attack is pretty gnarly. It is usually generally doing a lot more damage than like force choke. So I wonder what the rationale there is. Oh, I didn't pull out his card. Yeah, because he's got red, yellow with +1 damage and a reroll. It's pretty gnarly. I mean, there's Iron Will, but again, Iron Will reduces it to 3 damage, which is what Force Choke does. So yeah, I'm really curious. So we're gonna see Dark Energy here. Okay, I think I see what's happening. So let's see. Mando had 9. So Force Choke, and then Derek has to discard a card to the strain. Okay, and then he uses Dark Energy to kill Mando without attacking. So maybe he's got another attack here. I didn't see Force Rush played, so I'm pretty sure Vader's used up both of his actions. Oh, and then Onar is playing Get Down. So Onar, looks like Onar's attacking. Or no, Onar's activating. So that was it. That was Vader's activation. No parting blow, nothing like that. Just move up, Force Choke, and Dark Energy to kill Mando. So that's good for Bacon. That means he should have 8 more points. There's 19 to 14. But now we're going to have an unfocused attack on Vader by Onar. Vader does get a reroll on defense. I'm not sure what card that was that we just saw. Oh, Derek's not. Oh, he gets a very bad roll. But as we see there, that block token is going to reduce this to 2 damage on Vader. Even with that terrible roll. Oh, it's going to be 5 damage. Assassinate being played here. And Rush is probably going to deal some additional damage and push Vader back. And that's going to make it hard for the officer to give an attack. So let's see. Elite officer 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 is just too far away anyway to reach Vader to give that free attack. Okay, Thrawn activating. Should be giving out 3 tokens at this point. Gives an evade token to Thrawn and another block token to Vader. Should be 3. This is round 3, so I don't see where the 3rd one went. Ooh, gonna use 4C and discard heightened reflexes. Oh, you give a surge token to Thrawn. Okay. So adding the kills for killing Mando. And then Thrawn, again, moving behind the wall. Very, very reachable by Onar. I mean, Onar just has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He can double move and then rush and kill Thrawn. Thrawn is very vulnerable at 1 health. Okay, 3VO going to focus up Afra. Bacon going to pass. Gideon going to focus up IG-11. And Afra going to take a focus shot at Vader here. Oh, no, maybe not. Checking line of sight. Okay, element of surprise gets played from the discard pile, but negation going to stop that now that take initiative is gone. That makes sense. Dang, big attack from Afra there. Wow. 4, 5, 6. The Pierce is not going to do anything. Vader definitely wants to reroll that evade. Nice, so it gets 4 blocks. So we're going to see 2 damage from this Afra attack. And Exhaustive technique to stop the Pierce 1. And as you can see, Vader is tanking these attacks. However, IG-11 has not come in to say his piece. I would not be surprised if Vader does not survive the double tap from IG-11. So, okay, Elite Jaw, we're going to open the door, and then also going to move down to the bottom door. Officer cannot reach that far with the order. I think there was a misplay here. Advanced comms means he can only reach to here. It's within 3 spaces. But it looks like he's trying to move Vader with executive order. Yeah. Yep. Can't do that. So gonna attack Onar. Onar gonna use Get Down to add an evade, and that's gonna only do 2 damage to Onar. And now we're gonna see IG-11 come in. Oh, okay. He's gonna go for the Gangster and Thrawn. So yeah, like I said, Thrawn definitely not safe out here in the battlefield. So reroll, that's going to be 6, 7, 8. So that is a dead Gangster. And now we're going to go to Thrawn, who is going to try to defend against this attack with an evade token, but definitely goes down. So Derek at 28 now. And the Child going to contest Bacon's terminal. Oh, is Vader going to use Parting Blow on the Child? Interesting. So the Child's going to incapacitate itself, which is going to weaken Vader, which is not great for him. Now, of course, if he had gone after IG-11, the Child could have done the same thing. So Vader going to be stunned, but is able to clear that with Unshakable. So now weakened and stunned to incapacitate the Child, and lost Parting Blow from his hand. And now Derek can have initiative going into round 4. Not before. Oh, is he not able? Was he not able to? He couldn't use Unshakable there, so he can't get the attack. He has to just Force Choke. So I'm gonna do 3 damage to Onar with Force Choke. End of round. Derek's gonna have initiative, but it looks like first they're gonna roll for Gangster, so Gangster's gonna appear back in that box again. And then Urgency being excavated, and then do we have Take Initiative from Bacon? No, Take Initiative, so Derek gets the first crack. He's gonna go with Onar, and gonna take a shot at Vader. Oh, he rolls just terribly on defense. 4, but I mean, stops the surge, so he could re-roll the re-roll. So he's gonna take 3 damage from Onar, unless, and he could discard something as well for Rosillo and take just 2. Gonna take the full 3. Oh, that's right, Vader's weakened. Oh no, so he's gonna lose that. He's gonna lose that evade that was stopping the +2 damage. However, Onar doesn't have the range anyway, so if Onar uses his Surge for +2, that's Surge for -2 accuracy, but he can. Oh no, he can because he has the range. No, so Vader's gonna take 2 more. Right? 2. He's got 4, his range 2. Vader's at 12. Yeah, he was at 8. Okay, and Vader's gonna activate, gonna clear the stun with Unshakable, I'm assuming. Oh, gonna use Price of Glory to clear the stun. And still weakened, unfortunately. Now, the nice thing is he has gotten rid of the Child abilities, but this weakened attack is gonna be much less impactful. Where's our Vader? Yikes. There we go. Vader does not like being weakened. Definitely does not. Well, he gets to keep one of his surges, which is great. Going to be able to do Pierce 3, and I think that's going to do 8 damage to IG-11. Unless... Oh no, parry! Parry to stop that surge, which is going to basically stop 3 damage from this 0-point card. Okay, so instead of 8, we're doing 5 damage. And Vader gets to clear the weaken, but now gets to get double tapped by IG-11 here. He's gonna go for the elite officer, which is interesting, but he can't because the gangster's blocking line of sight. Yeah, he's gonna go for Vader, so Vader spends a block token. Probably gonna have to discard some cards to Zillow, especially with these terrible defense rolls from Vader. IG-11 going to reroll first with targeting computer. Now Vader gets to reroll. Okay, there we go. 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 Pierce 1, but we haven't exhausted Zillow yet, so it's going to do 6. So 2 damage to Vader. I think he should discard a card here to Zillow if he is hoping for Vader to survive this second attack. And I think if Vader does survive, then Derek actually just wins. He just goes to 40. So there needs to be a Zillow discard here. But looks like it's not going to happen. Yep. 1, 2. And then he has a reroll. Ooh, did he get worse? That is worse. So now he's doing 3 damage, Pierce 1. 3 Pierce 1. Minus 1 is 2. Wow, okay, now he can actually discard to Zillow and save Vader. Vader lives? Yeah, Vader lives. I would definitely get him to higher than 1 health, though. I think. Because, well, I don't know. The thing about Zillow is because you can only do it once per attack, you can get choked on Zillow activations. But if you have foresight and you use your Zillow discards ahead of time before you're about to die, you can get more blocks out of it when you're defending with big tanky figures like Vader. So, if he Zillowed here and got him down to 14 to 2 health left, then he'd be able to Zillow next time he gets attacked by something like Afra, who might just sneak through that 1 extra damage that he can't stop with Zillow because he can only use Zillow once per attack. So there goes IG-11. Does Bacon have anything? Yeah, he just has to get IG-11 away from Vader. And now the elite officer gets to go. Gonna give Vader an attack on the gangster. So gangster goes down, Bacon goes to 17. And gonna block line of sight to Vader. But here comes the elite Jawa. Gonna take a pot shot at Vader here. And Vader rolls garbage. Okay, there we go. Triple block. So that's gonna stop the entire thing. But I believe we have... Oh, he can bargain, but he doesn't have harass. The regular has harass. Because harass could have killed Vader or discarded a card. Okay. But yeah, Derek's just going to go all in on everybody. So yeah, Gideon going to focus up Afra, move her up 2 spaces. The regular officer going to push Vader south, but then probably should have covered Vader here, line of sight, but I guess it doesn't matter. Afra's just going to come up and stand next to Vader and take a focused attack on him. Focus. Yeah, see, bad attack, but it might get it through. 2 Pierce 1. Well, no, you can discard the Zillow and keep Vader. He rolls. Discards Force Rush to Zillow, and Vader lives. That movement was really good if he does live, because now he can actually get an attack on IG-11, and if he can keep the initiative going into the next round, which he should, since Derek's take initiative is gone, he able to take out IG. But I think that might be too little, too late, because Onar is just going to come in and rush and kill Vader, since Vader is on 1 health left, instead of using Zillow earlier to keep him on 2 health. R2 going to move down, and we're going to the next round here. Vader going to use his end of round attack to go for the attack on IG. Oh, they got to do the gangster first. So gangster's going to come in and deal 2 damage to that elite officer. And now Vader gets to do his end of round. Goes for the yellow. Generally you go for the red, but I see the appeal of the yellow to get the Pierce 3. But didn't work out here, and that's unfortunate. He does have a reroll though, so we can there we go. There's the Pierce. There's the Surge. So 3, 4, Pierce 3. So 3 damage into IG. Needs to do 4 more damage. Ooh, he has Escalating Hostility. And Derek is out of command cards in his deck, so it's going to be another 3 damage. It's going to leave IG 1 health. And... oh no, is that the end? They must have run out of time. So wait, would that have, if he had gotten the kill there, because that was a really good roll for Derek on defense. If he had gotten the kill there, that would have been 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, Derek was still going to be up 2 points. Ooh, the rolls, I think the dice rolls were definitely with Derek, but he definitely executed that that end of round 1, start of round 2 play really well, and I think that put Bacon really far behind. But love seeing the Vader play. I love this list that Bacon's come up with Vader and Elite Officer. Kind of filling that role of Palpatine, but making room for other figures like Fifth Brother and Second Sister to do some cool stuff. Vader's tough to play though. Like he is slow and lumbering, and you got to be right next to the opponent to be able to attack with him. So it's definitely tough to play with Vader, especially against these long range figures that can kite against him. And I know Derek has a lot of experience playing against Vader as one of our longer running players when playing against Vader when he was really popular in the FFG days. So congrats to Bacon for making it to the top 4, and congrats to Derek, who we will be seeing in the finals. Thanks everybody for watching.